Are these ancient carvings in Twilight Princess HD still a mystery? Hey my homies, how's everyone doing? It's Edible Incredible back at it again. So last video we discussed the winter DLC possibilities, and now it's time for the sequel to that video. Are these carvings related to the Breath of the Wild in any way? Well, let's start off by comparing the champions to the characters represented in these carvings. So first, let's start off with Daruk, the Goron champion. Now look closely on these carvings from Twilight Princess HD and check out the Goron to the very left. He's kind of showing the Triforce. And if you look closely, it looks like he actually has some hair, I believe, on his shoulders. And I looked at Daruk and Durania from Ocarina. Durania doesn't have any hair on his shoulders, but Daruk does. And this Goron in this tablet does have hair on his shoulders. So maybe this is a younger version of Daruk. Holy crap. Now also, this could totally not be the case. Total speculation here. I want to hear what you guys think. But let's move on to the birds in this carving. So we have two forms of the Rito. The one from Wind Waker, which look more like half birds, half humans because they have human hands. And of course the ones from Breath of the Wild. The ones from Breath of the Wild are more bird-like. And the ones we see in these carvings are definitely more bird-like. They don't have hands like the ones from Wind Waker. They have bird wings like from Breath of the Wild. So, connection? Let me know, maybe? So now let's talk about the Oku. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Oku, from Twilight Princess, the little bird kind of dudes. So they are also shown off in these carvings. Now this is really interesting because maybe the Oku were the descendants of the Rito? Or maybe the other way around. Either way, this is so interesting and mind-boggling because in these carvings, we don't just have the Oku and the Rito, we also have the Zora people. And as we know, the Zora people on the adult timeline evolved into the Rito. So, that's a fucking mindfuck. Alright, so let's finish up analyzing this carving. So we have a woman holding a jar, and it appears she is bringing this jar to the Rito. That's a mystery in itself. Who the F knows there? And another thing that's really boggling my mind, and so many different things run through it, like, who could this be? 2 out of these 3 carvings, we have 3 pictures in total. 2 out of these 3, Link is standing right next to an older dude kind of figure. Now the more I think about this, the more I think, now this sounds crazy, absolute crazy talk, but could that be Link's dad? The only reason why I bring this up is because remember, Zelda said in one of the memories that you're dedicated to your training just like your father were. She said it to Link. And obviously we see here that Link is younger in these carvings. Maybe his dad was teaching him the ways because of the prophecy that claimed Ganon would soon return. I know this is far-fetched, but who else could this be? The first time I saw these carvings a couple years back when they came out in TPHD, I thought maybe Ganondorf is a friend in Breath of the Wild, but we obviously know now that Calamity Ganon is the main antagonist, so that really wouldn't make sense. The only other person who I think it might be other than Link's dad is the King of Hyrule. But I don't know, man, the more I think about it, it would make sense if they do the Winter DLC before Breath of the Wild. Maybe they show Link's childhood before he lost all of his memories. And maybe his dad taught him the ways of the Master Sword. Man, that sounds epic. Holy shit. Alright, so I think that's enough analyzing these carvings. Let's move on. Remember, this carving was not in the original TP, but only in TP HD. And Enuma said Breath of the Wild would answer some questions from TP. I previously thought this carving was most definitely going to be a story type of scene somewhere in Breath of the Wild. But it didn't happen once. Look, Link is young in these, so maybe in the Winter DLC, it could show Link's childhood and where he was born and raised in Breath of the Wild, since this Link is the only Link in the 3D Zeldas where the game doesn't show where he was born. This could connect TP to Breath of the Wild like Enuma said it would. If Breath of the Wild is really after TP in the child timeline, this is their chance to represent that, unless they make a prequel to Breath of the Wild. Man, talking about this mysterious carving is not easy since we have nothing showing where it's from. It's so interesting that in TPHD particularly, Nintendo went out of their way to place this in here. Then Breath of the Wild drops and we don't see anything related to this. Is Nintendo still hiding something regarding this carving, or did they really just make this for people to get hyped for the new game? I feel there has to be a reason behind this. That must be coming either in the Winter DLC story, or a new game in the future connecting TP to this mysterious scene. Let me know your thoughts, please tell me, because it's such a mystery. Well, that's about it. I'm actually going to be going to the Keys this weekend for Memorial Day, baby. Gonna be fun with the fam and all that good stuff, but just wanted to let you know that's why I won't be uploading this weekend. But man, I have some cool video ideas, stay tuned. It's a secret to everybody. By the way, I have two videos linked down in the description. One is a prequel to this video, regarding the Winter DLC, and the other is a theory, theorizing where Link could have been born in Breath of the Wild. Check them out if you're a newcomer. Stay hype, my homies! Hope you have a good Memorial Day weekend, and peace!